remember that segment I did on the pronouns where I said, when I was at NBC, kind of emotional about it because look at this poor girl, what was done to her.
But before we listen to Megyn Kelly's crocodile tears, or maybe shaky voice, I call it shaky voice syndrome. You may not remember the segment she did, but I have it for you.
Well, the people with me on stage right now are all transgender kids who want others to know it is possible to transition socially with love and support and acceptance within a family and a community. Cole, I'll ask you to feel supported in the process.
Yeah, to be supported in this process, like my father, I haven't seen him in 4 years because of my transition. And, it really hurts that he's not here.
I want to tell the audience that our kids today are from different areas of the country. It's not like everybody's from one community. We've gathered folks together from everywhere, just to sort of make the point that this is happening to kids everywhere who are looking for love and acceptance and just to live their lives according to who they are. There are some stories that are dark and upsetting, but it's so much more complex and rich and potentially awesome than that, truly.
This is Megyn Kelly. This is the type of material that she wants you to forget or to look at her tears and say, well, she didn't know any better. But this woman just told you that she heard the stories, the realistic stories about what happens to kids when they go into this movement or when their mothers, for the most part, push them into this movement. But she said they were just doom and gloom stories, right? So you had the information, and yet you just said people were just being mean. You want to know why this bothers me? And we're going to get back to her apology. Is the fact that she knew. Is the fact that she makes it clear that she heard the stories, but said that they were nothing but doom and gloom, and that this can in fact be positive. Especially after hearing a child say that they haven't seen their father for 4 years over this Munchausen by proxy situation that's been placed on this child, right? The father couldn't handle it no more, probably. Who knows? Okay. Or the father probably got thrown out of the child's life because if you guys don't know about Jeff Younger, I'd suggest you go ahead and look at his case because that's exactly what's happening to him right now and his 2 children. Now, coming back to this, that's what this little kid tells you, but instead, Megyn just smiles and goes on with the rest of it because it's going to be positive and awesome, right?
That I realize now I was part of this problem. My heart was in the right place. I wasn't trying to push anything bad on kids. I thought I was being supportive of them. I thought I was promoting anti-bullying. And now I just have such regret about it. And I'm not a regretful person, as you know. If you're not actively...
So here's the thing, right? The thing is, though, this was never something to be playing around with. I get it, man. Look, I was bullied to the point of obviously I wasn't like life ending or whatever. No, but the bullying, it is a lot. It is a lot, right? And I don't believe that these kids who are going through something or being taken advantage of by their mothers should be made fun of or anything like that. I don't, because this is a very touchy situation, but that's the thing. It's a very touchy situation, and you were never supposed to just be a cheerleader for it. I get it. The contracts, right? Listen, they want me to do this show. I'm just going to do this show. This is why I can't. I know for me, I could never be a contract girl. I couldn't do it because I could not have been sitting on that panel with 5 of these kids or however many it was, looking the way they do. A lot of them look pretty medicated, okay? Trust me, I know that look. It's a very focused look. The expert doctor, we're going to go back and look at it. The expert doctor has that focused medicated look to it. There's always an expert that doesn't even have enough data to know where this is going, okay? I couldn't have said, I just been like, I quit. I don't know what to do. I don't believe this is not safe. It is not. It is not. Or here, have we talked about the full ins and outs of what goes into this, especially with children? Well, obviously we didn't.
Fighting against this, you are part of the problem. You are hurting people like Isabel. You have to fight, whether it's a donation or just using your voice or retweeting, support for people.
This woman is going to tell me how to fight now after she platformed this very invasive lifestyle change. More than that, I can't even think of the word, because we have to start with the root cause. Why is the mother doing this? We need to go back to the mom, okay? Because they're not putting pine sol in the cereal anymore. This is what's happening here. It's taking on a new face, and we're still not doing it the right way, right? We're still not talking about that part.
Like Isabel and Jordan, do it. Do something. Just do something. Please don't protect yourself, and don't be lured into thinking it's empathetic to support this radical experimentation on minors.
You need to do something. Don't be scared. You need to do something. I already platformed all of this.
There are some stories that are dark and upsetting, but it's so much more complex and rich and potentially awesome than that. True.
Potentially awesome to give a block to a child who should at least develop. The thing is, right, now I'm going to give you real. Substitution body expression syndrome is not good for anybody, even an adult, right? But it certainly is not good to block children who have to develop. Development is not just developing physical characteristics, it's your brain. What else are we stunting when we block? You didn't ask those questions though, right? Because it was awesome. This is not just focused. I'm telling you there's a lot going on in this face, but it's definitely focused. There's no way. Let me tell you something. First of all, a child who gets to the point of, I'm the other sex, okay? There is a baseline defect already that's happening. So what comes with that now too is a lot of emotional behavior. So it's hormonal too, a lot of it. That's why a lot of this happens when they're during the time of puberty, they say. And then a lot of people say, afterwards, after like I had a good development, that feeling went away. Yeah, because there's just a lot that goes into, development, right? The thing is, but because we're taking this serious, the stability is gone. So allegedly, in my opinion, there might be some Risperdal involved. Allegedly, in my opinion. We talk about Risperdal on this channel. A lot of times you will see these kids, they're either on Risperdal or lithium. That's another one. Allegedly, I am not writing scripts. Okay? So that's the part they don't talk about. Forget even the block, all that, right? Because the mind, we have to stay, it's in order to live like this. And what it goes through, what you have to go through, to keep this lifestyle daily. You're constantly thinking about it. You're constantly thinking about, I'm a woman. So now I have to keep this lifestyle. There's a lot of meticulous thoughts. So you're going to need something to kind of stabilize your thinking.
Melt off our shoulders and know that we had been carrying this as much as Gia had.
I hear we. So there's a man somewhere who was like, I'm not coming to the show.
Recognized expert on this topic, and she and Jenna have started this
Here's the
group. Tell us,
expert.
Kira, what the purpose of the group is.
So thank you for having us.
KGD?
Really, the purpose is what we're doing here today.
Mouth,
It's
jaw
sharing
tight.
stories, sharing experiences.
Let me tell you something, okay? I'm going to get, like y'all know, okay, so anybody who hasn't been on this channel, I go into detail because I can see the assessments because this is what I'm trained to do. Because if I have a patient who's on a certain kind of medication, I have to pay attention to the details, to like the change in behavior, the symptoms, anything, if we're giving too much or too little, okay? Period. Allegedly, in my opinion, this is what I'm seeing here. Now, the tight jaw, very fidgety. There's a stimulant involved. But the tight jaw is giving me a little bit of a Haldol. Allegedly. Okay. We'll listen to this person talk a little bit more and then we'll be done with this.
Allowing people to see what and who we are talking about when we're talking about transgender people.
And so, yeah, I'm sorry, Megyn, sorry. Because I see you do this too much. We don't have 5 years with everything else. Okay. We don't, and we don't have time for you to, there's a club too. There's like this club of people who like are all in this and everything. And, a shout out to them. And look, okay, right. Because I'm a Christian. Shout out to Megyn for at least coming and realizing God is good. God forgives you. Except for, okay, I'll leave it there. Right. I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.